Spectacles of Dark Secrets. I never believed in the supernatural until the day I stumbled upon a dusty pair of spectacles at a thrift store. They were tucked away in the forgotten corner, their lenses clouded with age. Intrigued by their vintage allure, I decided to try them on, not expecting that my entire perception of reality would shift. As soon as I slipped them over my eyes, the world around me warped and twisted. Shadows stretched unnaturally long, their movements no longer mimicking the objects or people that cast them. Instead, they writhed and danced with a life of their own. I couldn't shake the feeling that they were aware of my presence, watching me with unseen eyes. The first time I wore the spectacles, I was sitting in a crowded cafe. The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the room. As I looked around, I noticed a man's shadow detach from his body and glide towards the door. It paused, as if beckoning me to follow. Against my better judgment, I complied, curiosity outweighing my fear. Outside, the streets were eerily quiet, the shadows of trees and streetlights pulsating with a sinister energy. The man's shadow led me to an alleyway where it merged with a pool of darkness, leaving me alone with only my racing heartbeat for company. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with the spectacles. I wore them everywhere, unable to resist the pull of the shadowy world they revealed. I started noticing patterns, shadows congregating in certain places, whispering secrets just beyond the edge of my hearing. I tried to ignore them, but they grew bolder, more demanding. They began to invade my dreams, their whispers turning into screams. I realized too late that they wanted something from me, something I couldn't comprehend. The climax came one night when I awoke to find my own shadow standing over me, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. It pointed towards the spectacles on my nightstand, urging me to put them on. Terrified, I complied, and the world plunged into chaos. Shadows rose from every corner of my room, forming a swirling vortex around me. They were no longer content with merely existing in the periphery of my vision, they wanted to consume me entirely. As I felt myself being pulled into their dark embrace, I understood the terrible truth. The spectacles had opened a door to a world where shadows ruled, and I was their unwilling prisoner.